There's, oh no, this is the third floor, so this is the top floor anyway.
Mhm.
All right, I'll see myself out. I'm assuming there's no sign of any servants in the house, in the building.
No. But give me a psychology roll
Yes,
or empathy, your choice.
I'll go with psychology because I've got a plus 20 card for that. Psychology, I think is at base anyway. Yes, it is.
Very good
So
check.
that's going to be 36. And no,
Bummer. All right, so you leave.
yes, we will head home first.
Okay. The
I'll
kid is
advise.
totally baffled as to what's going on, and Ahoy is
Yep,
talking to him and gesturing wildly and trying to explain to him what's going on. But Ahoy believes that if he talks slower and louder, this will tell the kid everything he needs to know.
I will advise Jim that we're having a guest for dinner
Very good, sir.
and also
Who?
inquire as to. Pardon?
Uh, may I ask whom?
Of course, you may ask.
Very
It
well.
is
Whom?
the gentleman by the name of Mel. I'm not sure of his surname. He lives in
Mel.
Stinktown. He's a inventor appointed by the Crown.
Oh, God, him. Um, do we may need somebody to go get him and bring him here close to dinner
Yes,
time.
yes, that was going to be my next couple of questions for you.
Ah,
So,
uh, are you going to hire additional staff, sir?
if you believe it's necessary, yes,
It couldn't hurt. Um,
I
uh,
will leave it in your capable hands. If
all right. I will need some funds for the household.
certainly, how much do you need?
$50 would be more than fine.
Okay, well, here's. Let me just check my funds situation. I'll give you $100 to begin with.
Ooh, we get paid
Which,
to finally, he tells his wife. She goes, yay.
hey, I've only been living here all of. What time is it?
Yes, exactly. I was going to say, it hasn't been a day yet, I don't think. Right.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing is, he Mel appears to not have a servant at the moment, so I'm
Uh,
not too sure.
yes, no, we've all heard of him.
Yes,
He's
I'm sure you
blown up
have.
several perfectly good butlers.
Yes. I don't suppose you know anybody that would be willing to.
Risk life and limb for a pittance? I'll
Yes.
look into it, sir. There may
Thank you.
be somebody desperate. He says,
And
sir,
also a buggy. We need to organize a buggy.
eh, would you like to
And
buy a buggy?
yes, for the house. And
Um,
some, and obviously we'll need, I mean, we've got riding horses and we've got several, we've got, what have we got? We've got two riding horses, two pack horses,
Actually, I wanted to ask you about that,
and we'll
sir.
need some horses for the buggy. Because
Should we buy the property next to ours to, they have a
if
stable.
it, oh yes, if it's for sale and if I can
It
afford it.
could be if we give them enough money, so they do not realize they'll be selling us the property. But for four
Well,
hundred dollars or so, I think that we could walk in and demand the home with everything in it except the children in them, and they are a bit noisy. And
so
then
how much for
uh,
the children?
take a card. He just looks at you in
It's a
shock.
joke. It is a joke from where I'm from.
He goes, ha ha
It is
ha.
a reference. It is a reference from a popular play.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
beautiful. Now, why couldn't I have that earlier? That's
Uh,
all
t-
right.
take a refill, Pete, for freaking out your butler. Right. Let's see. You have a couple of choices here. You can either just pay the 400 and basically tell the family to get the fuck out, and for $400 they will, or you can pay $600, tell them to get the fuck out. Shows the same family fleeing every time, and then basically build the homes together over the next few days so that you have one kind of sprawling home that's right near the wall of the fortress and such,
All right. Let me
and
check
big
my.
enough to house any other PCs who show up.
Yeah, well, that was part of the thing, making sure we got enough accommodation for other Australians that turn up.
Australia, Australia, Australia. We love it.
Uh, for 5. All right, so I'm about. I'm gonna have to work out how to get some more money because I'm gonna run out very shortly. At this rate, setting everything up. It'll be another 150 probably. So
I didn't think you'd ever run out of money.
Well, besides the 150 I brought with me and the ounce of gold, we got a grand off the princess, and that's it. So that's been getting whittled away at a dramatic rate. We've all the various things being bought, clothing and horses and ahoy, etc., etc.
I think Ahoy was not a bad purchase decision, but he is a, special.
Yes, he is special, but he may prove more use. Well, he's already proven useful in regards to having knowledge of lycanthropy.
Yeah, a little fucking too convenient there, wasn't it? What in the actual fuck happened?
Ought one crit is what happened.
Yeah. Quick AFK. I'm going to get some more drink.
All right.
Fucking bird. That's the word.
Yeah, I might go bio.
You and your fucking bird of lycanthropy. Maybe it's a fucking were cuckoo. That's a fucked up.
All right.
It's normally a flamingo, but it turns into a cuckoo at night.
Where is that? All right.
The butler also deals with all the household stuff. He hires a stable boy and a dog spotty type of person,
Yeah.
Who is a literal dog. Because it just works. For those in the audience who don't know what a dog's body is, they do miscellaneous jobs. Fetch and carry, whatever. Go buy groceries, walk the bird, whatever.
General, whatever needs to be done. All right, so that leaves us with 400 for that. So we've got 550. So the gold, that'll leave us with 100.
You've only got $100 left?
After buying the house next door, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you probably got like a month or two of money, and then because you're living a pretty highfalutin lifestyle. Yeah. With the money that's been spent, etc., you're eating off of silverware that is silver and such. So
yeah,
you're doing the highfalutin thing, but you cannot. You need more money to keep the lifestyle going longer.
Yes.
So
need more
shit!
Australians.
But you do have the fucking patent coming in, maybe.
Well, that's partly why I wanted it, was so that we would have a steady stream of income for this place.
Yes,
to support whoever lives here.
I'm going to roll the guy's competency. If you have assistant rerolls and shit, you can use them. This is for filing the patent and making money off of it.
Assistant +5.
Okay.
And I do actually have an assistant reroll as well if needed.
Good. Lower is better. This is because if he just makes it, which is like a 65 now, then it'll be enough to support your lifestyle. But if he makes it under 35, since you played the extra +5, then you will actually turn a profit from it, and it should be quite healthy. So here we go. Motherfucker. So 35 at half, right?
So that's at a quarter.
Yeah, it's basically going to Leoness and shit like that. Yeah. So basically every month or so you will have a healthy dividend coming in. You're going to have no problem with your lifestyle and shit in this land should it survive.
Yes.
Which Now it gives you further stake to make that happen and maybe kill a bunch of people whose land was taken over by racists. To be fair, they're also racist. So,
Mm-hmm.
it's racist fighting racist. It's really hard to fucking like anybody in this
All
battle.
right. Yes. All right. So that'll make things easier for people.
You end up buying the property on the other side as well for symmetry.
Yeah.
just just as a side note, that ends up falling under your sway as well. Pretty
Okay.
much you now have moved into super fucking luxury. You have a house with wings. Let's go with that. The east wing,
Okay.
the west wing, okay?
Okay.
Or north wing, south wing in your
I
case.
look forward to the first next PC that turns up and gets. Here's where the Australians live. Huge
Uh-huh.
house with wings, and go, what the?
Yeah, the guards will just bring any Australians to your home because they like to keep them all together. It's just more tidy.
So one of the things I will commission is an Australian flag to be made,
Card.
and I'll get a flagpole, and so it'll be
Oh my Christ. Just take a card for that. Let me make a note of that somewhere here. Where did I put
so
Pete's
just so
house?
that when if ever anybody else turns up there to their house, there'll be an Australian flag flying out just to screw with them.
Okay, so you've taken care of that little issue. You walked by scribbling on a chalkboard. You have made your future well.
Taking care of the financial
Yeah,
worries.
and quick. Well, I mean, gunsmithing isn't something that a lot of people have very much of, and you rolled exceptionally well. So,
Well, it was a crit, so yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the
Now, what was it?
places that make firearms and shit like that are actually in the fortress. So, uh, basically, it unfortunately it isn't money all at once, but it'll pick
No, no,
up
no.
slowly and shit. So,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And yes, and one of the things I will be doing is making sure we get some guns with that use the bullets and rifling, etc.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna guess that
Once production starts.
mhm. Well, eventually, you can try to. Well, this would be your in-town house,
Yeah.
but after the elves are defeated, you can have a country estate as well. Yeah. Eventually, you'll be dealing with closer to Winchester type of money. So then,
Yeah, yeah.
eventually, one of your descendants can go crazy and begin adding rooms to your house ad
Hmm.
nauseum.
We'll just take over the fortress
That's a possibility, but I don't know why you'd want to. I
because
mean,
it's there.
it's a big house, I guess. It's got its own castles and
Well,
turrets.
exactly. Then we can say we live in a castle.
That's true. Although, as I pointed out before, somebody who had like a lot of skill in medieval fortifications, which none of the PCs seem to, for some reason, they did not
Strange
buy
that.
this skill. I agree, it's odd. I mean, it's a standard boldface starting skill, right? But uh, if somebody with that kind of skill came in and started building things, then it would make it a lot more of a pain in the ass for any attackers. Right now, it's pretty much
Hmm.
like I build a wall and doors, and there you go. It's a fort,
Yes.
that kind.
Money monthly.
After a year, you should be getting a nice stipend. It'll
Yeah,
start at
yeah.
nothing and then move to small. And then as the patent gets moved to Lyonesse and stuff, because once it gets to Lyonesse, then then you got to worry about treasure ships making it across the dangerous ocean back to you so you can get paid. Because,
Yes.
you know, there's no fucking easy shit like that.
No,
It's like,
no, no.
oh, my fucking money sunk in the thing. Or you can just move to fucking Leoness and have money there.
Alrighty. So, so what I was going to do before I got completely distracted was visit Simon.
Well, I was distracted making family money for the generations and stuff. Simon,
Yes.
Simon. Yes, Simon, that's right. I have to go and slap him. Hello, I'm Rich.
Yes.
Hey,
Anyway.
you go see Simon with the double rhino horn. He is,
Hmm.
as always, thrilled to see you. Hello, my friend, he says.
Hello, Simon. How are you?
I am fine, yes. Um,
Question.
apparently, he says the special brew you made worked last night. It was the
I'm
last
very
night
happy.
of when it needed. Oh, he hugs you.
I'm very happy for you.
Oh, it's
Question.
getting to be a bit of an awkward hug now. It's a bit too long. I should have ended it. Oh, there he ended
Yes.
it. Good.
Yes.
Just a bit
Question.
too long.
Question for you.
Yes.
Are you aware of any copper around here?
He rolls his mining stuff. And now, so if there is, he knows about lower means more copper. Yeah.
You may want to explore the opportunity. I think you will find that investing in copper will bear fruition in the coming months.
Okay, I'll do it. Should I ask why
I,
or no?
there
How
is a
much
new
how much should I get
there is a
into
new
it?
design for bullets.
Oh, and they use copper.
Yes, for the cartridges.
So we're gonna need a lot of copper.
Yes. I think it's copper, isn't it, from memory? I mean, my
You're
character
not
knows, but
really
I can't remember.
sure. Um,
My character critted on the
that's
roll for
true,
the
he did.
bullets.
There is some copper in there, but it's also metal, hence full metal jacket.
Yeah,
But
but were they originally copper cartridges?
probably or brass cartridges.
Brass, yeah.
Brass
But
uses
brass is
copper
made
and tin,
from
I
copper and tin.
believe.
Yes. So yes, copper and tin,
Good.
brass, basically.
Yeah, and I believe he will be delighted to go and find that. He says, of course, that will mean we're going to have to go to their sacred mountains, I'm afraid, and begin mining there because I believe that's where it would be.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the problem we've got is it's their sacred mountains are out of artillery range, so they may object strenuously.
All right. Just something to keep in mind, anyway.
Hmm.
As the ammunition production ramps up, it'll need the materials for it. So if
Which
you're on
we
the
can't get
forefront of
until we
having,
deal with them. Yes.
but even if you can't mine it, if it is others are mining it currently, you may be able to pick it up. You may be able to invest and
Hmm.
pick up the raw materials currently,
He says, "You've never steered me wrong before. I will do it."
and then you will, yes, if you can corner the market,
He'll go for
I
it.
believe you will find yourself to be very wealthy in the coming years. Speaking of,
Tin is difficult to get. Copper more likely,
yeah,
but tin is kind of rarish.
but the other thing is if you have contacts back in the motherland, family or whatever,
Leonis, the kingdom of Genovia.
yes,
Genovia. Sing it with me. My one and native land.
if you have family or people you trust back there, it may
Hmm.
be something worth advising them to do.
I will send word on the next ship out.
And obviously, be it invest on your behalf.
Yes, of course.
Now, Cap'n is the name, isn't it? The gentleman that whose interests who was trying to muscle in on your interests and who caused you your current difficulty.
Oh, yes.
Tell me more about this individual and his crony. Was it Mr. Krell?
Yes. Take a card for keeping good, solid notes.
Oh, sorry, Cap'n was the bully boy. Mr. Krell was the
Yeah.
I got the names mixed up. I think it was
No
I think it
worries.
was Cap'n was the bully. Cap'n was the werewolf, and Mr. Krell was the
Actually, I'm not sure. It might be Mr. Let's see. Cap'n is the guy who is hiring. Zeb Cap'n is his name. Um,
Zeb Cap'n.
mhm. And Mr. Krell is the one who bit me.
Oh, I was right in the first place.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's just the way I've written it.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to deal with him because Miss Zeb Cap'n, is on the town council. And unfortunately, I don't know anybody who could deal with Mr. Krill because he's super tough. He looks at you speculatively like, I wonder if he could deal with him. These people have no acting, no poker face.
No.
He's giving you a very pondering look right now.
So was
He
it Krill or Krell?
Krill.
Krill. All right. Put a dot on I.
He says he's very good with things, although he doesn't like weapons.
Krill, as in.
Yes, of course. Zeb Cap'n is too long in the tooth to do anything, but he is one mean honey badger. He does not give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. So he's a honey badger, is he?
Yes. He is on the council.
Yes.
Mr. Krill, he describes a boar head.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But yes, if Mr. Krill were to suddenly and perhaps mysteriously die, then this would substantially weaken Mr. Cappen's position, although he'd still be on the council, but he would his ability to cause mischief would be well decreased.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have some silver ammunition that we obtained.
He
If you
begins
handy
singing in joy, Genovia, the
from
land I call my home.
that Mr.
From,
Cappen's men were kind enough to give us.
from the green clear summer, from blossoming pear trees, magnificent her mountains and seas. Genovia, Genovia, you're proud and noble and brave, Genovia, Genovia, forever your banner will wave. He looks at you like, I can't believe you haven't memorized this yet. Oh, the weirdness. Oh, yeah, when the PCs can break out into that fucking song and remember all the goddamn words and shit, they're gonna get cards for that. So, these guys are really nationalistic, patriotic, racist,
Yep.
and they got flags with pears on them.
All right. So Cappen's interests, are they mining or is he diversified?
Mining. If he was taken out of the pitch entirely, I'd have no problem cornering all kinds of markets. But before he can be taken out of the picture, Mr. Krill would need to be taken out of the picture, and Mr. Krill is too dangerous for me to even contemplate thinking about doing anything to.
No.
He looks at you speculatively, unless somebody who is, say, powerful enough to slap around a werewolf at their leisure could deal with him.
Yes.
But I must warn you, he is one of the most dangerous fighters in this city.
So, out of curiosity,
Oh, yes. He looks very, very interested. Please come have a drink. He,
Do you when you are not,
he
since
pours
you've been
himself.
infected, it may not be something you've noticed. Do you, even in this form, are you healing if you're cut, for example? Do you heal quickly?
Oh, yes. I thought I was just getting better at healing, but yes, yes, I do seem to be healing much better.
Okay.
Yes.
If it's, yeah, if you cut yourself, I don't know, if you cut yourself shaving or some such, yeah. So you're
He
finding
just
yourself
looks at
healing.
you. Shaving?
Yes, that's what I thought.
He looks uncertain. Hmm.
So what are the laws of this land in regards to things such as dueling?
Ooh, if you were to call him out like a gunfight,
Yep, or something.
yes, but that Mr. Krill will not allow himself to be called out. He'll just decline, and while people are talking about him declining the fight and such, he'll just appear in your home one night and slit your throat.
hmm He's of that sort of person, is he?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. All right. So yeah, Captain's only really he's mining. He hasn't diversified. He doesn't own the main hotel or anything.
How did you know I would be healing fast even when I'm not in wolf form? You're an expert in this, aren't you?
Well, as when we turned up and found you in your state, well, before you changed the first time, we you may recall that we did have some knowledge of what was going to happen to you and what we could potentially do about it.
It was the worst night of my life. It just
hmm
shows him laying there and you guys kicking the shit out of him. It just shows repeated
Well,
kickings.
don't forget him hanging,
Oh yeah.
continually
Oh yeah.
until the
It
rope
was
broke.
not a good night for him.
No, but he's alive.
Oh yeah. And grateful. And
Yes,
he's still got a few doses of his fucking don't go crazy potion.
yes. We'll have to make some more of that.
Mm. Yes, unfortunately that requires more money and there'll be a bit before your ship
Yes,
comes in.
yes, yes, indeed.
I like that the even though it's like people are like, yes, he's rich. It's like, oh, the money has to get here. Oh, that's
Yes.
going to be awkward.
hmm
Oh, what to do to make sure my ship gets here? A luck roll from
Well,
Logan's fucking captain. Isn't that swell? They're all sinking, and we have to swim
depending
down.
depending on the full moon, Simon should have enough to last him for 2-3 months. So
Yes, yes.
with what he's got at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got the fallback if needed.
Yes, the cage.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's entranced enough with your potions that he will make sure to set aside enough money that he can pay for the shit to brew them.
Well, they
But
weren't actually like. I think I spent it was like $20 for 20 doses or something.
yeah,
It wasn't
but
like hundreds of dollars.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is that he has to have somebody with like magic and knowledge and shit brew them,
Yeah, yeah,
aka you.
yeah. Somebody with the ability of knowledge of alchemy to be able to
Oh,
mix it together in the right portions and stuff.
please make a note of what's required to make anti-werewolf potion that has to be ingested. You have
That's
to
right,
make
$1 per dose. I actually wrote it down.
Yep. You have to make a essence times three roll when doing a successful chemistry roll in order to pull it off. So please make a note of that. And
Yes,
it's
I will.
adjusted. It's like drinking a sports drink type of
Yeah, yeah,
amount.
yeah,
Just a few drops in somebody's mouth will not
yeah.
do it.
It's a potion.
Hmm.
Uh,
And it lasts one night. Actually, yeah. So you'll go through like 3 or so per full moon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. MNS by 3 for
Drink it when you're
10.
feeling a bit odd.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so successful chem roll and essence by 3 for 10 doses. Based on what we did. Yeah, and it's not a cure, it dampens it.
No, it's still a rotten night for him, but he doesn't completely wolf out and go nuts and kill people. But,
Yeah, and it's useful to have on the off chance a PC gets infected.
mm, yeah, yeah. And just imagine somebody's paws going crazy. Probably
Yeah.
not a happy time.
No.
I spent a
And
pause
there's
against my buddy Connor. Fuck.
yes, and I can see well, there was a whole vampirism, so yes, I can potentially see some PCs deciding, hey, yeah, having werewolf being a lycanthrope will be useful.
I think you and Chris got it right when you were like, fuck that.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, but I could potentially see some PCs thinking,
Less
oh yeah,
less less up on the ways of Logan's World PCs, yes.
yes,
You guys were like, that's a plot dildo. I will avoid the dildo,
that's
Logan.
right, exactly. All right. And yeah, so actually, yeah, make sure Simon knows where we live now, which he should know anyway. But
Yes,
yes,
uh, he's drinking a bit right now, and he's just fucking overjoyed. Everything is going his way. The only thing that dampens his mood at all is Mr. Krill, who
yeah,
he is still worried will come back to finish him, i.e.,
yes,
finish the job. He is worried about that.
yes.
He
Hence why
was
you
less
hired
worried
those
when you were
bodyguards.
staying here, but now he's more worried. In fact, he's
Yes.
thinking about coming to live with you for a bit because he's scared of Mr.
Well,
Krill.
we have some guest rooms now.
Let's go, he says.
Do you know Mel,
Not well. Will he be joining you at your house? Who is he?
the inventor?
Oh my God, him!
Mm-hmm.
Don't have him live at your home, friend. He'll
No, no,
blow
no,
it
no, no,
up.
no, no. He's coming for dinner.
Oh my! Tonight? It should be
Yes,
fascinating. I
yes.
could, I could bring this. He gets a couple of bottles of brandy for afterward.
If you wish.
I'm so happy you're inviting me for dinner. He tells the butler to pack his bags for overnight.
Okay. Um.
Oh no, he's thinking Mr. Krill is going to come kill his ass soon.
Yes, yes. I assume that.
Tells the butler, he's like, tonight you want to close up the house, and if you wish to stay here, that's fine, but there may be an unpleasant chap coming to kill me who will kill you. Good night. The butler's like, ah.
The
Cut to, you're back at your house with him.
no, there was a couple of other things I wanted to talk to Simon about.
Oh, at his house, or can you do it on the way? He
Oh, you
really
can do it
likes.
at our place, yeah.
Excellent.
Also, I need to advise Jim that the number of dinner guests has increased by one.
Yes, Jim figures that out when you bring home yet somebody else.
Yes.
The kid is currently playing some sort of game with pebbles with the bird in the room. It appears that they're bonding, which is cool because that takes a little pressure out. This kid is fucking worth his weight. Maybe not in gold, maybe cotton at least. In cotton, he's worth his weight in cotton.
Yes.
Maybe you could have him pick cotton for it. No. Let's not go down that racist road. That old man river. Anyway,
yes, we do not want to go down that path.
So awkward. Anyway, just because the people who have shown up here want to exterminate all of the fucking native inhabitants. You should not draw any correlations between this and Australia. And because there's an
Or America.
Australian flag flying over, it's horrible. Anyway,
Yeah.
oh, let the good times. I can see somebody from one of those different ethnic groups, either Native American, Indian, or what are the original Aussies called?
The Aboriginals.
That's
Australian
it.
Aboriginals.
Yep. Or the Aboriginals watching this and just shaking their heads, going, "Yeah, it's not that funny, Logan. You fuck." Anyway.
Yes.
So,
Yes. No.
yeah. But it is historically accurate, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And
The
all through
butler
this
is going to send your carriage. Isn't it nice you have a carriage? The dog's body is also now the carriage driver, although he's, hold on, let me roll and see what kind of skill he's got. Higher is better in this role. He's definitely a fucking hobbyist at driving it, but he'll do his best. He's sending him off to get Mal for the dinner while you guys are chatting.
Yes. All right. So the sewer system in this town, how's it? Do you know how it works at all?
No.
So was it something that the Badgers built, or?
No. I'm not really sure what is up with it. Perhaps the other dinner guest will know.
Yes, I'll have to ask Mel. I thought I'd ask you because I thought potentially it was something that miners may have built, being the nature of
No.
it.
No. Now we don't mind it in the city. It's a forbidden.
When the city was getting set up, I thought it potentially was something like that was put in.
I'm not really sure. I've never given it any thought.
How long has the city been here for? The town
About
been
2
here
or
for?
3 years.
That's what I thought. Not very long.
Yeah. He stares at you, waiting for the next question.
No, that was the main thing I was curious about. The whole sewer situation and the main
Nobody really
troubled
brought
areas.
that up before. He looks absolutely baffled. Like, why do you care about the sewers? It's where the
Excuse
poop
me.
goes.
Better sewage systems mean healthier people.
Well,
Less incidents of typhoid and cholera and general nasty things happening to people. Actually, what's the town's water source?
They collect rainwaters in the thing that they've got, and also there are some small rivers and stuff nearby. But I would call their entire water source as tenuous.
Tenuous, dodgy.
Tenuous,
Yes.
dodgy.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I was suspecting.
You're right. Take
Yeah.
guard for finding a little problem here. Apparently, he has not thought of that either.
No. Well, it's not necessarily something he would be concerned about. But all right, what did I get? Skill plus 10. So what shall I get rid of? I'll get rid of dissemination. That's trading cards between people. And
oh wait, is dissemination the one where you give somebody 2 cards and then you refill your hand?
2 of your cards from either hand or pool may be placed into 1 or 2 if they get 1 card each different player's pool or hand. Yeah, it's players. So I wouldn't be able to use it for an NPC because it says players.
No, but you could discard, or you could use it basically as a refill.
All right.
If I'm not mistaken, dissemination allows you to refill, doesn't it?
No, it says different players pool. I can't use it on myself.
You put the cards in their pool, but hold on, let me look. I thought that it gave you a refill. I thought it said something about a refill because it's the new leadership.
The player of this card may then refill their hand.
There you go. That's the relevant text. You
Yeah,
don't
but I
have
thought
to.
that
You don't have to give anybody cards. You can just say, "Nah,
okay.
I'm going to refill my hand."
Yeah, I was thinking that I needed to give players cards before I could then play it as a refill. Use the
No,
refill bit
no,
was the way I was reading it.
no. So it's an awesome card for you because basically it's a
Okay.
replenish.
So how do I get that back in my hand then?
Well, since you did not know, you can just discard something else, suck it back in, and then be all happy.
Yeah, but I mean, how do I actually put it into my?
Oh,
Oh, I
drag it
drag it
into
on.
your pitcher, the Phantomas pitcher.
And no, it doesn't want to play.
No, I mean on the pitcher itself, all the way onto your pitcher.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, here, let me try it. Hold on, don't move it off the board or I won't be able to see it.
And it's currently
Oh no,
for
it's
my.
stuck. Yeah, well, it lives there now. Um, I recommend discarding all the cards you don't want and then moving that one back into the discard thing because apparently once it's gone, it's fucking gone.
Yeah, I can't see because I think we
Oh
had
wait,
that
no,
issue.
right click it and right click it and hit take card.
Take card. Yeah,
Ah, ha ha
that
ha!
works.
Hooray!
I'll keep that for fighting werewolves.
Oh,
All
just
right.
because I'm giving you a lot of foreshadowing doesn't mean that it's all going to shit soon. It's going to shit soon. So soon.
Well, that's the problem is that I like most of my cards.
Oh, well, find one to discard and then you'll be
Yeah,
golden.
yeah. I'll discard the heal. I'll discard the heal vehicle steed.
But your horses, they all look panicked.
Yeah, I know, but it's well. Currently, I've got slip up, which basically someone gives me info, which I want to play on somebody.
Yes.
I've got lose stun damage. I've got lucky day. You know, turn a failed luck into a successful luck. I've got negate, so basically stop an attack. I've got an assistant reroll. Nobody is useless, which means that my weapons will hurt. I can make my
Oh, yeah.
weapons hurt werewolves,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're normal bullets. I've got skill plus 10 and now dissemination. So they're all not bad. There's no greeds or anything like that, but
Mm-hmm.
or victories, but they're all useful
Very true.
for potential conflict upcoming.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're not planning on getting into a fight. I thought you were just a man about town.
I am indeed a man about town, and I'm not planning to get a fight, but sometimes circumstances demand action.
Cut to it shows somebody watching your house from the fucking shadows.
Yes. Cut to the Star Trek battle music.
Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Yes.
We all know
Right.
that's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Well, that was something. In regards to like, I had the leather, the dragon skin tanned and turned into a duster. Is
Yes.
that something that all happened within hours? Like it magically seemed to happen very quickly?
It'll probably be
Or
ready tomorrow, is my guess.
yeah, or is it actually take several days to occur?
Yeah, they'll get it done in a day because you're paying well and such.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah,
paying like you're a knight and
yeah.
stuff.
I was part of it was I was curious as to whether or not it was I dropped the lever off and half an hour later I come back and said done. So,
Oh no, no, it's not
interesting.
going. It's not going at super speed and stuff. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah,
like your suspicion there. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Yes, that's why I was curious as to whether or not craftsmen seem to churn things out a lot faster than than would really happen.
Now he'll be up all night working on that shit.
Yep, that's right. Excuse me. Yes, I will ask when Mel turns up.
Let me see how the carriage guy is doing as far as the getting him back without destroying your brand new carriage. Yeah. I mean, it can survive with some scratches and stuff. No big deal. Yeah, he shows up and Mel gets out. He's got some bandages here and there and such, and feathers will grow back eventually, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in, he's like, oh, hello. And of course, once you get everybody together and, before the meal is served and such, they're all going to sing the Genovian uh, national anthem again.
Yes.
Give me a sing roll if you'd like to join in with a bit of
Yeah, I'll
nationalism.
attempt to join in this bizarre singing. Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to spend any skill cards on it.
Aw.
Oh, look at that.
God damn. All right. And a memory roll to get all the words right, or you'll have to do the Donald Trump of going, nah, 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 over the parts of national anthem that you don't remember. Oh, right. They're very impressed with your learning of the Genovian national anthem. And in case you ever need it, I will paste it into Roll20. There you go. There's the Genovian national anthem.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So enjoy it. I think it'll be great if the NPCs are singing that sometime and you are singing it with them and the other players are all looking at you like you're on crack.
Yes.
So
I missed the G. Yes, I did.
The dinner is very interesting, and eventually the sewers do get brought up, and it's like, oh yes,
after dinner, not during dinner.
And then it was dropped, and then eventually during brandy.
I'm not. The dinner guests, it shouldn't matter too much, but still, it's not etiquette type stuff. You don't talk about that sort of thing at the dinner table.
You shouldn't, but they in many ways these guys are like kids.
Yes,
which is just disturbing. They seem to have. They're very passionate about stuff, not always the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is only one moon, isn't there? Speaking of the right stuff.
There are 4 lights. No, yes, there's. Yeah, there is one moon.
Yes.
That gets me there. All right.
Yes. After dinner, when having cigars and brandy.
Both of those guys are attempting to roll their etiquette because you think they're trying to impress you. First, we'll do the guy you rescued. Yes, Mister. I'm really a werewolf. Simon is doing great, and yeah. That's the international sign for I'm a wealthy toff. Would you like to roll your etiquette as well? Come on, do the Homer Simpson thing.
Yeah, 60, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, fell by 3, but it's my house, so.
It is, yeah. Nobody says shit. Right.
Hey, if I was dining with the princess or with the major or whatever, the governor, then yes, I would actually potentially I would potentially spend a pos on that, a hero point on that, but it's in my own home and I'm not dining with them.
Yeah. Right. Simon says, so since we're done eating, he glances at the host, raises one eyebrow, like you know what he's going to say.
Yes.
Yes. He looks back at Mal and he says, so what can you tell us about the sewers? And he says, well, it's the strangest thing. He looks at the cigar as though it may explode and very cautiously lights it because apparently he's used to the exploding kind. Mm-hmm. So this is a novelty for him. He rolls his weird...
That could be an interesting patent. Novelty exploding cigars.
He made his luck roll and it did not explode, which would have been very
If it
funny.
exploded, I would be very concerned about the cigars that we've been buying.
Hmm. And he says it's the strangest thing. When we first came to settle here, uh, the sewage systems already existed. In fact, they are larger than the city.
Really?
Nobody knows from whence they came. But it was agreed that we should discuss it no more, as it was of very little interest.
So,
Not
think,
of any
I guess,
interest. You have giant tunnels under your city in the fortress. And he's like, oh,
yes,
yes, it
exactly.
wasn't my choice. Not my choice, old man. Hmm.
So, I guess it's lucky that the elves don't like going underground.
They both nod at you. Um, and Simon says, cheeky devils. He says, no offense to the elf kid that you've got that's sitting there wondering, what language is this?
Hey, nothing like immersion to start helping pick stuff up,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as you and I have experienced.
mhm. He's pretty quiet simply because he does not understand nor speak, whatever
Mhm.
it is. But he is always watching, listening. And give me an empathy roll on the kid.
Empathy.
Yeah,
That's
for you.
actually
Yeah, for me.
been going
Empathy.
up. Yes, I do.
He pretty much thinks the sun and moon come out of you. You control the heavens. Your word is law.
Hmm.
You're also thinking that if any of these guys does anything sudden or something, he may fucking stab the shit out of them with your spare blade. So
Yep.
that's something to keep an eye on. He's a little on the overly protective side. The bird, Ahoy, is like, I've never seen the sewers, and they're like, it's how odd you have a talking bird. He's like, look, I'm more than just a talking bird. And they're like, shush, shush, or I'll cover you up. So,
Well,
what do
you've
you
got a
think about?
talking. There's talking fire salamanders in the Instinct
Yes, but
Town in
that's
the
a lizard.
refineries.
That's a lizard, a whole different thing. Oh, yes, he's good at bullets, but not as much in biology. And Mal's like, I don't know, he might be.
Hang on. So actually, I didn't think there were many bird-like beastmen,
A
as in
beastkin.
sorry,
Beastkin.
beastkin with feathers. I didn't think
Well,
that.
the doctor is one. He's a bit on the owlish side.
Yes, yes, that's true. I did hear
Hmm.
there was
They
an
both nod
owl
and such.
beastkin, but
Yes,
yeah, yeah, that's right. There
he's a good
was, yeah.
sort. He's not like that one. Fuck you, says Ahoy. He's as rude as an elf. Oh, I don't know if I'd go that far. That's rather cruel. And the kid just sits there fucking soaking it in, waiting to stab somebody.
Yes. Okay, so the sewers are already here. So do you have where does the sewage go?
Um, we're not sure.
So you let it run in there, but you got no idea where it ends up.
It doesn't come back out.
So nobody followed to see where it was flowing to?
No, it smells bad down there, says Mal.
Yes, but
We're going to be killed in our sleep, says Simon. And Mal's like, oh, yes, that would be interesting. You're both crazy, says Ahoy.
all right. Interesting. So nobody So my contemplation of the sewers, yes, what I was contemplating to do,
Take a shit, says the
that will
bird.
go from a maybe to a yes, I will. No, explore, check out.
Says the bird. You shouldn't do that
Why not?
because then I would want to go, but I don't want to go in the sewer. So, ergo, says the bird, you should not go.
But having no, tell me, do you know any canaries?
Most of them work down the coal mine, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he just looks at you. Are you gonna eat him?
Eat who?
Canaries?
No.
I don't know. Canaries, I suck. He hangs his head in shame.
That's all right. Just
The
having a
the
canary with us when we go into sewers might be useful.
the elf he has something in his hand. He holds it in front of the bird cage and does this, and you can hear it rattling, and the bird looks fucking interested. And then the kids start setting up the game, and him and the bird are now playing their game.
Okay. So are they playing backgammon, or are they playing some weird thing where like a Connect Four type game or Go
It's
type
kind of
game?
like Go. It's kind of like Go.
Okay.
I'd call it a simplified Go.
Yep.
If they
Yep.
ever got hold of the real Go, they would be very excited about that. Ooh, give me a board games roll, please.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking work that shit, Pete.
Yes. Ooh, one for crit.
Motherfucker. Would you like to set them up a proper Go board real quick and blow their
Yes, why
fucking
not?
minds? Right. Everybody looks interested. He's full of ideas, says Mel. And Simon looks at him and goes, oh, I say. Right. You've now started a new board game and such. Yes. Everybody is now fascinated with your board game. So you end up with a couple of, you now have two crude Go games.
Mm-hmm.
The
Just
bird
just for
is
your
playing one, and you and your guests are playing the other.
all right. So just for your information, I've so far learnt 6 write-in skills this session.
That's awesome. You should put a post on the board on that. I picked up 6 new write-in skills. What have you done today?
Yes, that's right. Has anybody bested that?